Hello everybody, Tenacious Hurl here, and we are going live here on Friday night, and in the world of the Tenacious Baseball League, it is Friday night as well, but it's almost, almost 4 and change years. We've got Toronto against Baltimore in what is a relatively impactful series beginning to the Tenacious Baseball League, as the Orioles find themselves just inside playoff contention because they have played one fewer game than the Miami Marlins. The Marlins are currently a half a game back. They've lost one more game. The Orioles have a game in hand because of a rainout. So they could, with this series here against Toronto, they could even overtake the Blue Jays and put the Blue Jays in a position where they could be fighting with the Marlins for number 4, or the Orioles could be leapfrogged by the Marlins. So, now the Marlins, they are playing the Mets, who are in first, and we'll have to see how that works out. The Mets have not been playing well as of late, so that may work out for the Orioles and the Jays here, but they're going to have a set. Toronto currently leads the series 2-1, and I decided to get out here and live stream this thing. I don't do a lot of live streaming anymore, but, I just... It just seemed like a convenient night to do it, and so here we are. It will be the Blue Jays against the Orioles. Blue Jays 29-22, Orioles 27-23. Dylan Bundy will be doing the pitching for the Orioles, and he will be out there first against Devin Travis, leading off for the Jays. Then Ezequiel Carrera in left. Then Josh Donaldson, third base. Edwin Encarnacion gets the start at first. Without a DH in this league, hey Larry, good to see you. Without the DH, we have to kind of like juggle. In this case, with Blue Jays, it's Encarnacion and Smoke. With the Orioles, it's even tougher because Pedro Alvarez, who is their usual DH, is pretty poor in the field, and he's only rated at third. And so you basically have to choose between him and Machado, and almost every time it's Machado. So, but for the Blue Jays, you've got Encarnacion at first hitting cleanup. Then Bautista in right, Russell Martin behind the plate, Ryan Goins shortstop, Kevin Pillar in center, and Marco Estrada pitching. Carrera gets the start over Melvin Upton Jr. just because that's kind of the way it is. I follow the usage of the teams throughout the season, and at this part, at the very end of the season, Carrera got quite a few starts out there in left field. So that's what we're doing. And facing Dylan Bundy. So Bundy has developed into a pretty good pitcher. At this point in his career, he is kind of like probably an average to slightly above average pitcher. So not too bad. And Estrada for the Blue Jays was, I believe, I guess probably their number 2 guy. So maybe third starter. So this should be a pretty good matchup. You'd think maybe the Jays have a little bit of an advantage, but the dice will tell us the score at the end. And here we go with Devin Travis. It'll be a 5-8. Batting from the right, and that's a strikeout. So 1 down. In this game where, with a win, the Orioles could pull within a half a game of the Blue Jays. Ezequiel Carrera, a left-handed hitter, 4-5. Another strikeout, 2 for Bundy. So the other thing I forgot to mention as we are going along here, Pittsburgh is right on the edge of elimination. They have 2 games left. Actually, they have 3 games left, and they're 2.5 back. They do have the last game of the season against the Orioles that make up from a rain out. So still a sliver of hope, but not too much. Josh Donaldson, 6'3", righty. Fly ball to right field. Trumbo out there, not a very good fielder. 5 range. And a 7 is going to be a single, I believe. 5 and 7. It's actually, no, it is a double. It's going to go, and he's going to be able to stretch that. Donaldson into a double. And then the E11 and a 9 is not an error. But a 2-out double for Donaldson brings up the double E, Edwin Encarnacion here, with a chance to put the Blue Jays out to an early lead. Can he do it? The pitch. 1-10. It's a grounder. Hit on the ground. It's going to be fielded by Scope, and he throws to first in time. And that will be it. Blue Jays retired relatively quietly by Dylan Bundy. Whoops, I don't have to do that. What am I doing? I'm so used to the way I stream it, I forgot that this is... I'm just flipping cards this time. So, for the Orioles, going up against Estrada, it'll be Adam Jones in center. Hyun-Soo Kim in left will bat second. Machado at third. Chris Davis, the first baseman, will bat fourth. Move Jonathan Scope up to the 5 hole, trying to put somebody who can get on base in front of Trumbo, batting 6th and playing in right. We already saw him not be able to get to that double. Wieters catching, batting 7th. Hardy, the shortstop, and Bundy pitching. So here we go with Adam Jones. 4-7 righty is a potential, it's going to be a diving attempt here from Josh Donaldson. A 1-6, he doesn't get it. A 7 and above, he does. And he flashes the leather, and he does. So a liner caught by Donaldson, 1 out. Hyun-Soo Kim, lefty, 6-7. And he's going to look at the ball going by, and then he's going to draw a walk. So, runner at first. Martin and Estrada make the Orioles a chance to steal here on occasion, but it's really just maybe with 2 outs you try. So, here's Machado. Runner on first, 1 out. 3-12. And there is a Lomax, so he's going to line it right at Donaldson. It's going to be a double play. He's going to throw over to first. Gets Kim leaning the wrong way. 5-3. And that ends the first. No score. Hey, RJL. Go O's. Not a Blue Jay fan, I take it. Quite all right. I think, or the other thing you could do is you could be rooting against the Marlins. So if the Orioles and the Jays, I think if they split and the Marlins don't get the job done against the Mets, then the Marlins would not make the postseason. So anyway, whatever your reason, it's fine. Understand. Orioles are kind of like my... It's weird. These are kind of like 2 teams that I could consider to be geographic teams for me, because currently I kind of live in the Orioles general region, even though I am a Phillies fan. I could follow the Orioles on occasion. And then the Blue Jays, they played some home games this past season in Buffalo, and Buffalo is their AAA team, and I don't know, it's not closer than Cleveland from where I grew up. That Cleveland would have been probably my closest team as far as by the crow flies. It'd be close between that and Pittsburgh. But anyway, I was a Yankees fan growing up, so till I wised up. No offense, Yankees fans. Okay, Bautista, top of the second, 2-10. And it's going to be a chance. It's going to be a diving chance here for Hardy to stop it. Ballpark single. It's going to be 9s on both the left and the right side for the singles. For the home runs, so this is good conditions at Camden Yards. It's going to be 14 on the homers for lefties and 11 for the righties. So 70% ballpark homers go for lefties and 55 for righties. But here we got a 45% each way. And so for Bautista, this is going to be his diving stop for Hardy, and he does get it. And that's going to be 1 out. So, what? A Yankees fan. I know. Russell Martin. 5-8 righty, and it's going to be a strikeout. Another 5-8 off Bundy's card. Well, you know, this misspent youth that you always hear about in song and literature and whatnot, kind of the tales dreams are made of. And a strikeout for Goins. So we've got 4 strikeouts for Bundy in 2 innings. And that is still nothing going to the bottom of the first. Chris Davis, the lunky lefty who plays first, will lead off against Estrada in the bottom of the second. 2-8 is a strikeout. Lots of Ks so far. Jonathan Scope, there's a 4-9 righty, and he's going to get a piece of it, but it's going to go way up in the air. It's just going to be an easy play for Devin Travis, and 2 outs. Also, I also forgot to mention with the Blue Jays that Troy Tulowitzki picked up a game-generated 3-game injury. So I've divided game-generated injuries by 3, and so if anybody gets like a 1 or a 2 game injury, I basically nullify it, or they can continue. So he got a roll on the chart for 9, so I made it 3. That does damage Toronto a bit. He is a pretty good bat for them. Goins not so great at short, but they're going to have to go with him for these 3 games, and it's probably going to be slightly to the benefit of the O's. So Trumbo with 2 down, 1-7, and he strikes out. So 2 strikeouts for Estrada, both in the inning and in the game so far, and it's still nothing. Kevin Pillar starting off the third with a 1-3. This is a correction potential single. 1-7, and it's a 20, so it's going to be caught very easily by Hardy, right well within his grasp. Almost dove past it, but he has good reflexes and was able to get that. Estrada, with the pitcher's hitting card number 1, he strikes out. 5 now for Dylan Don't Call Me Al Bundy. Come on, Peg! And 1-9 is a grounder to the pitcher, so he got a little bit of a repeat there with the 1, but Devin Travis's card is great in the 1 column except for the 9, and that is going to be a grounder right back to Bundy. He throws to first, and that puts another 0 up there for the Jays. Okay, so yeah, lots of stuff to buy today. Lots of deals. I picked up a couple things. Not sure how much I will talk about it, but I did get a few things from Play, especially the couple of second season potential projects. One was the Football America, which I've done the fictional golf, and so there's potential for a fictional football season there, maybe. Whether I do it or not, we'll see, because I already have some second season stuff lingering. I also got Soccer Blast EPL, because there is a point here I'd like to try my crazy Premier League Cup format in Soccer Blast. That should take a little less time than playing out the Apba soccer games. And I also bought the hockey season, although I haven't had a hockey team to really pull for in a while, so it's kind of tough to get jazzed about the Hockey Blast, but I got it anyway. Okay, Weeders, 4-3, batting from the left side, fly ball to right. Bautista, not the greatest fielder in that right field position, a 4-4. So the 4 and an 8, if you can see it, that's kind of dark back in that little recess of the... Maybe I need to move that just a little bit up so it's a little more visible. An 8 is going to be a single. So Weeders will get aboard, and no errors. But, yeah, let's try one more little thing here. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he is not pitching like a shoe salesman, that's for sure. But, he sure does. I don't know. I think the umpire is suspicious when Bundy puts his hand down the front of his pants, like when he's tried to put a recliner out there on the mound with him too. So Hardy, not a recliner, a couch. The couch, the hand down the pants, and the remote control 1-6. That's a fly ball in the left. It'll be caught by Carrera. 2 outs, and unless Bundy reaches. And we're gonna call that a foul ball. You look at that; it's kind of like hanging there. It's not the 4 touchdowns for Polk High or whatever, but it is maybe a single. Nah, he's gonna strike out, just like you'd expect from a Bundy. Anyway, having some fun. Not a lot of Married with Children fans here, I guess. All right, so Carrera going to go to the top of the 4th. Again, let's just take a look again at the standings with the Mets. They've kind of come back to the pack here a bit. They do face the Marlins. So the Marlins and the Mets and the Jays and the Orioles are each facing each other in this 3-game series. So there could be, some fun and hijinks along the way here that could, depending upon the results. And the Padres are facing the Yankees, which is basically almost aside from who gets first place, it's kind of a wash. But the Padres have a chance to pass the Mets here, depending on how the Mets do against the Marlins. So part of me wants to see, I feel like the Mets should maintain that, and there's a part of me who wants to see that, but the Padres are actually one of these candidates that I feel like typifies what I was looking for in this project, which is a team that either really gets stuck in a weak division and somehow is able to persist and do better. And I don't have the standings up here, but Larry Rice here in the try to prevent wifey from eating bonbons, maybe. So Larry Rice, I had shown him in a like a private message the standings. Or no, it wasn't him. It was Baseball Demos. I was showing him the standings, and David was like, the thing about San Diego is that they have a ton of 1-run wins. Their bullpen has been really good. I think they were 12-2 or something like that at that point. So they've really turned that kind of thing around. And I just think maybe their starting pitching hasn't had to face, the boomsticks of the Rockies and all of those big salaries of the Dodgers and, all of that good stuff. And, the Diamondbacks and the Giants at that point aren't anything to slouch at either. So when you're facing that much of your schedule in that division, maybe the starting pitching for the Padres just was able to survive a little better in this. So anyway, that's kind of like what I was thinking. So they are kind of an instance where it is interesting to see them, overperform. Now, overperforming by this much is kind of weird. But okay, top of the 4th, no score. 5-7 lefty is a strikeout. So Bundy just pouring in pitches on the corners, making these guys miss. That is 6 in 3 and change. Josh Donaldson, 6'11" righty, is a ballpark single. It's going to be a diving chance for Hardy. Again, 1-9, and it's going to be caught. Gets the glove on it. Gets a face full of dirt, but he makes the catch, and that's 2 outs for Encarnacion. 1-4, grounded to second. It's going to be Scope without a problem, just like in the first inning. Encarnacion retired. 1-2-3 inning for Bundy. Bundy having brilliant outing thus far. Boondy, that's Bundy. Christina Applegate. Yeah. My favorite thing of Christina Applegate's probably was her part in the Matt Foley skit from Chris Farley. She was a part of that, and her and David Spade were the children or the teenagers that Matt Foley was doing the kind of life counseling, or kind of like a Scared Straight kind of thing, and living in a van down by the river. And anyway, with Phil Hartman and Julia Sweeney, I think, were the parents. So anyway, we'll go to the bottom of the inning, and Adam Jones back to the top of the order. 4-10, batting from the right side, catcher X. So Russell Martin a 2. 2 and an 11. That should be some kind of a... Yeah, it's a pop out. As long as he doesn't make an error, and the sum is well within the range of a good play and 1 out. So only 1 hit so far for the Orioles. Weeder's single is it. 1-7. That's another single. Hyun-Soo Kim knocks it right up the middle, past the pitcher, and into the outfield. And he reaches for the second time. He walked in the first. And now Manny Machado with somebody at first. And 1 out. 5-6 righty. Another strikeout for Estrada. It's 4. And then Chris Davis. Let's see. Let's try and... What do we got here for Kim? We're going to try and get a lead. He needs a 6. If he gets a 9, 10, or 11 on the sum of the orange dice, then he is out automatically. But a 6 would get him a good lead, and he would be able to go... He would make it in a 65% clip. So let's give it a shot. Try to get... I'm thinking Chris Davis at the plate. Do I want to take the bat out? Let's not take the bat out of his hands. So that we've made a decision that we don't want to get Kim thrown out. So we rolled the D20 already. So here we go. 3-5, and this would be a homer on a 1-11. It is deep, and it's gone. Chris Davis, and man, the manager was going to put that steal sign on, and guess what? He thought better of it, and Orioles take a 2-0 lead as Chris Davis drives one over the wall and out towards the what is that out there? Warehouse, I believe. Can't remember. I was drunk on the tour there when they gave it to me a couple of years ago. So, no, I'm just kidding. I was never on a tour there. Trying to sound like the announcer. 2-0. 2 out. 2-run homer. 4-7 righty. Could be another hit. 1-6. But that's a liner and going to be caught by Donaldson. 2 on the board. 2-0. Through 4. Bundy's a 5-inning starter. Estrada 6. So Bundy doesn't really seem to be in any position to have to worry about that. But sometimes you go through a game like this and a guy pitches really well for 4 innings and he's a 5-inning starter, and then he hits that 5th inning and it's like hit, walk, hit. And it's like, okay, well, I probably got to take this guy out. B&O. The B&O Railroad. 2-6. That's a walk. As I was saying, Russell Martin, the infield at double play depth, and the pitch. It's a 6-5 righty. That is a grounder to short. A chance here with the right-hander, so Hardy is the fielder in question as far as their They would not be using him to hold, so that will be a 2E8, so a chance at a double play. Now there's a 6, so it's not going to be a double play. They'll probably get the lead runner here. Let's see, 2 and 6. No, actually, his only play will be to first, as long as he doesn't make an error, and he doesn't, but the runner will be able to advance. 6-3 is the scoring, and that's 1 out, but that moves run in scoring position. Here's Ryan Goins now. Yeah, we're going to re-roll that. That was on an edge. Well, there's a 2, so balk or passed ball check. Passed ball check on the 4-6, and Wieters has a 0, so we don't have to do anything else with it. Ryan Goins, 4-7 lefty, 1-4 single, liner to first would be on the 5 and up, and it rolls and it's a 9, so that will be caught by Chris Davis, and looks Bautista back. Bautista was thinking that might get by, and then he just as quickly said, manager's going to have my height. Oh boy, another 2, so balk or passed ball, still a passed ball, still 0. So, and there's 0 for Bundy's balk rating too. So 2 outs, runner at second. Kevin Pillar could have walked him, but 2-7. Clutch single. There you go. So maybe we should have intentionally walked him, but I know there's a lot of people that are of the school, you don't walk guys intentionally. 2-7 against a righty. It's a ground ball. Oh boy, it's really bright, eh? Let's see. It's a ground ball to shortstop, but, man, the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. But there is this little omega here, which is the anti-clutch, or it's actually the clutch, not the anti-clutch. That is a single because there is a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and so it sneaks past Hardy and into center. That is an RBI single for Pillar, and Bautista makes it in. 2-1 now. So the Blue Jays, with a little patience at the plate, a little work, making the play work, swinging bunt kind of thing. I don't know. Gets the job done. And so now Estrada with Pillar at first. 5-7. That is a strikeout, and just before Bundy loses his freshness or whatever you want to call it. But they do get a run. 3 outs are registered, but 1 run comes across. It's 2-1. Utah Street. Yep. Utah. Down at the Inner Harbor. I think I've only been to Camden Yards. Might have been there twice. I think I went with my wife once, and I went with a friend and his wife. They had an extra ticket. And, I've been to Inner Harbor a few times, but, nice place. Anyway, bottom of the 5th. Orioles still leading 2-1, and it'll be Mark Trumbo. You know, we tried to move Scope in ahead of Trumbo in a lineup, try to get somebody on in front of Trumbo. Well, Scope is over too, so that's really worked out well so far. Trumbo, 6'9", righty. Strikeout, excuse me. Estrada with another one. I think we will try and get Bundy another inning. See if we can get through the 6th. Be a tougher case to make if somebody gets on here. 5-8 from the left. That's another strikeout. So we've got 3-6 for Estrada, and now J.J. Hardy, and that's another 6-9. That's another strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning. Estrada strong, but not quite as strong as Bundy so far. And so with Bundy being up first in the bottom of the 6th, they will do everything they can to get him through another inning here. Let's try. I feel like this light is extremely bright right now. I think my something is wacky here. It really wants to make this super bright. And when that happens, I almost have to just unplug the stupid thing. But let me see if I can do a little adjusting here. Well, that didn't help me at all. I tried to do default and that just zoomed me out, so it is super bright. All right, guys. Give me a second here. I'm going to do something. Sometimes this helps. Still seems really bright. It wasn't this bright earlier, I swear. So all of this stuff is looking strange. I think I usually have the white balance. I don't know. Well, I think, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's a little better, I think, especially if I'm in the shadow or if I cause the shadow. My umbra or penumbra, I don't know which. So anyway, we're going to go to the 6th here. It's making it tougher on me because it has to be a little darker here. I don't know, my PC is getting warmed up here, so I think that might be part of it. Let's get Bundy through here. Devin Travis, and it's a foul ball. The die went out of the tray. 6'10" righty. That's a strikeout, 1 out. Gotta try something else here. Give me a second. I'm gonna try. What happens if I turn it this way? That's a little better. I get a little more light over here, but I think I need a better light is the thing. Like if I had something that was a little more encompassing, as opposed to the light I have is rather concentrated in one area. Carrera 3-8. That will be a grounder to second. Up with it will be that'll be Scope, and he'll make the play. 2 outs. Hey, Larry. Larry and Larry. Remember Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. I don't remember Larry, and Tribe Fan, but I do remember them. They are some of my top fans on the channel here, so appreciate you guys being around here tonight. 3-6 for Donaldson. Strikes out, and Bundy gets through the 6th inning, and I think that will probably be it for him, although the Orioles bullpen has not been a sure thing so far. So we're going to go to the bottom of the sixth with it 2-1. Baltimore trying to put a little distance between them and the Marlins, still awaiting the Marlins' result against the Mets. And so a pinch hitter for Bundy as he goes 6 innings strong, 2 hits allowed, and it looks like about 9 strikeouts maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was right. Have Michael Bourne do the honor. This is the 6th. Could consider taking Trumbo out if somehow they were to get on a little bit of a rally here and get something. 3-7 is a single. He gets out there into the outfield, and that is a good start for the Orioles. And we'll have to see. We may leave Bourne in there if they can get a couple runs down there. So because his outfield rating, as far as the defense goes, is much better than Trumbo. So runner at first, and tell you what, with Estrada there, we are going to try with Bourne. He needs a 4 to get a good lead, but he gets a 7, so he will not have a good one. Doesn't really make it worth it at that point. So Adam Jones is going to continue his at bat. 6-11 righty, ballpark single, 1-9. This would be first and second if it's good, but it's not, so it'll be caught by Goins. 1 out. Hyun-Soo Kim. He's reached twice today and scored on Davis's home run. 1 out, runner at first. 2-6, grounded to first base. They're gonna get Bourne on the force, but not fast enough to get Kim. That's a fielder's choice. 3-6. And so Manny Machado with Kim at first and 2 outs. 4-10 righty. Catcher X could move the runner up in scoring position based on this roll here from Martins. 2 and a 3 will be a wild pitch. And that is going to be a wild pitch, no error. And so the at-bat continues with Kim at second now. 2-5. This one has a chance to go for Machado. This is a 1-15 home run. It is deep, and it is gone. That is a 2-run home run, and it is 4-1 as Machado drives it out of the park, knocking home Kim. He takes a trot home too, and that may just about do it for Marco Estrada. I think he may face one more batter here. The pitch just got too much of the plate, and Machado hits it on the screws, and there was very little doubt about that. So they will pitch to Davis. 2-5, strikes out to retire the side, but not before. 2 come across. 4-1, and I think... So with Trumbo 2 batters away, that makes it a little less. If it would have just, well, if you would have gotten past Trumbo in the order, then I think it would have made more sense. You know what? We'll do it anyway. I think that with a 4-1 lead, you're going to try and protect it. So they will move the pitcher spot up to Trumbo. And you're going to say, why? He's going to have to hit soon. And what we'll do is we will just make sure we put a 1-inning pitcher in there. So Bourne is going to stay out in right field for the 7th. Not a great error rating. That's the downside, but good range. You're not going to see as many balls get by him for big trouble, but he may have an error, so we'll have to watch out for that. So Trumbo is going to come out in the 7th. Estrada is most likely... Is he done? I think he will be done. Oh, Bad Fish 88. Okay, well, I'm glad that this is something that can help you maybe take some focus off of your recovery from the procedure you had done. We're going to keep moving on this game here, but we'll make sure keep you and keep you in our prayers here as yeah, just that's what this is about, is trying to have some fun with some baseball, and this project has been a lot of fun. So Bundy leaves the game as the pitcher record potential winner, and we're going to go with somebody who is a relatively short. I hate to bring in Givens because he seems to have been rocked, but that might mean that it can come back to him here. So we're going to go Givens in the 7th here, maybe O'Day or Brock in the 8th. So let's see. We got Encarnacion. This is a big problem here. First thing right off the bat for Givens. 4-11 for a righty. That's a fly ball to left field. Kim is not as bad of an outfielder as Trumbo, but not too much better. 4 range and 12. Just barely gets the tip of the glove on it. Can he make the play? That is a rare play. Let's check. So that's an F1 rare play on the 5. So let's see. I'm just going to read it. I don't tend to like to use these, but let's see. Outfielder raises back to the wall, makes a diving catch, but the ball ends up colliding with the wall. He holds on to the ball, but is dazed. All base runners tag him and advance 2 bases. Makes the play. That's exactly what I was talking about. Kim makes the play out there, and he is shaken up, but nobody on base, so there's no advance. Bautista, a 4-9 righty, and he's going to draw a walk. So this is the kind of stuff that gets these relief pitchers in a world of trouble. They've got, you look at this side of his card here, he's got hardly anything on it. But he gets that one roll on that walk. And then the next 2 are going to be off of Martin and Goins' card, and they're going to be the most favorable rolls in the world. And but let's see, maybe not. That's kind of the way it's been going. And this guy is a leaner again. That one isn't. That's going to be fine. So Martin at the plate, and what happens? 3-4. That's a strikeout, so that's 2 outs. So maybe that's the way I have to do it, is I just have to claim it first, call it out, and then it will stay away. I don't know. I don't want to jinx any Blue Jays fans. Blue Jays fans probably are wanting to see them beat the Orioles. They are division rivals in real life. Goins, Bautista wouldn't be running anyway. 5-6. That's a strikeout, and Givens does get out of the inning. Not 1-2-3, but close enough. And so we're going to the 7th inning stretch. I don't really want to sing, but if you ask, no, I'm just kidding. Don't ask. Don't ask. Don't sing. So the Jays are going to get Joe Biagini out of the pen. Want to keep it close. Jerry Ball would be saying, keep Estrada in there for the next 3 days. But that's probably not what would happen in real life. He just got touched up. And we will bring in Biagini to try and get an inning, possibly 2, That'll only be 1 inning because his spot comes up there in the inning. Now, Givens is going to be gone because, as I mentioned before, Trumbo is going to be the second spot, but he only has a 1 inning rating really anyway. So we tend to try to keep him to that. So with Biagini there, we're going to start thinking about who we're going to send up there to warm up. And there's 2 lefties. There's Flaherty and there's Alvarez. Alvarez would be more the case if you got Scope on here. Flaherty. So they might. I think they're going to have Alvarez warming up, and if Scope gets out, then they will shuffle him back to the bench and have Flaherty come out without any warm-up because he's probably not going to get ahead anyway. All right, Scope leading off, 2-7, strikes him out. Biagini with a strong first batter faced, and now the pitcher spot. And they do shuffle back Alvarez, although, there's nothing wrong with the solo homer. That seems to be the calling card of the Baltimore Orioles in general. But Flaherty will come in for the old pinch hit opportunity in the bottom of the 7th. 5-6 lefty strikes out. So you see he probably would have done that whether he got a few swings with the old lead donut or whether he just came right out there and stared down 3 strikes straight down the middle. All right, Matt Wieters, 2 down. And that's a 3-8 and another strikeout. So Biagini rocking the strikeouts. The old struck out the side. Mostly on the pitcher's card, or on the hitter's card. So that is charmed living right there. And let's see, we go either O'Day or Brock. I think we go with O'Day because we haven't used him in a long time. He wasn't active for the team in real life, so he has been kind of on the shelf, and we're going to bring him back into the fold here to try to get to Zach Britton. Although it's 4-3, it's still a save situation. Facing Kevin Pillar, top of the 8th, 3-8. That's a fly ball into center field. Going to be a tough play, but Adam Jones gets there for the first out. 1 down, pitcher spot. And who was in the on-deck circle for the Jays against the righty? We could do Smoke. We could do Fire. No, I'm just kidding. Smoke. Saunders. Upton Jr. would be in a pinch, I think. Let's do Michael Saunders. Leave Smoke for... Smoke is a switch hitter, so we will leave him for Britton if they need somebody with some power to come in. Not that Saunders is any slouch against left-handed pitching, but I think Britton's card has a little more leeway against the right-handed hitter. So O'Day against Saunders, 4-8. Strikes him out, misses the 4-9. That would have been a potential solo home run. But 4-8 is a strikeout. Walking a fine line right there is O'Day. O'Day, can you see? Devin Travis now with 2 outs and a 2-8 fly ball in the left. This is going to be an easy play for Hyun Soo Kim. 1-2-3 inning. 5 in a row for the bullpen of the Orioles. They're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. Britton's going to start warming up. Lock it down in real life. Whether he can do that here tonight, we will see. He had a little trouble in one of the games against the Yankees. So let's see. Biagini did get pinch hit for, so we will have to bring in. We'll bring in Joaquin Benoit. Not a Machado fan. Go Jays. Yeah. That's fine. Don't I don't know. Yeah, Machado is kind of like an either you love him or you hate him, or you just... Actually, Machado is probably more like a guy you either tolerate or you don't like. I think that's probably more the style of living with him on your team. But I don't know. I guess he's got the Padres moving in the right direction. Some would say, is it really him doing it? But okay, Hardy, bottom of the 8th. 3-7. Well, this is a 1-5 single chance, 25%, and it's not going to go. So it'll be caught by Goins, the guy man in short with Tulowitzki in a game-generated injury here. So Michael Bourne getting his second at bat. He reached on a single before 6-11 lefty. Fly ball to left. It will be caught in left. I was going to say by Saunders, but he's not out there today. It's Carrera, 2 outs. Adam Jones. I always want to say Pac-Man Jones because he was a football player. 4-6 righty is a strikeout, and so the bullpens have done their job so far, which may not bode so well for Zach Britton, who's coming in looking for the save. And he's going to have to do it against the meat of that lineup. And Carrera is going to make way for I don't know. There's not a ton of good options against lefties off this bench. We could do... Navarro isn't terrible. Barney's probably the best. We will go with Darwin Barney. He's got a pretty good 3 column there, plus a 2-7 is a walk. So, and granted, the managers don't get that kind of information. Exactly. That level of detail. So a pinch hitter, Barney facing Britton, lefty versus righty, and it is a 2-5, which is a single. That'll lead off the inning. So lately the dice have been really kind of wonky here in the end of the game, and so already Britton starting to feel the heat. Here's Donaldson. 4-1 is the current score. Donaldson at the plate with a runner at first. 6-9 righty. That is a grounder to shortstop. Hardy is not responsible for holding that runner. So it will be a 2-8. Could be a double play. Could be a single. You never know. It's an 11. That'll be a double play ball unless he makes an error. Right? So 2 and 11 is a G1. So the error, so it is going to be a double play unless his E8, 16, 17, or 18 on the sum. So, oh, it's 17. E6. First and second, nobody out. Donaldson reaches on an error. Hardy has a little bit of trouble with the transfer. Looked like it was going to be a sure double play. It slips out of his hand, and that is a problem. Now you've got the tying run at the plate, and this is the tying run you don't want at the plate because it is Edwin Encarnacion. What's going to happen here? 6-3 righty, fly ball to left. This is Kim again. This is not so bad if they can just get. All right, so now for Kim, he's a 4, remember. Maybe we should have brought in more outfield replacements. 4, it needs to be 12 or higher, and it is an 11. That'll be a single. It's going to score a run. Donaldson will end up at third. Barney comes in to score it. It's 4-2. And here we go with the hijinks. All right, Bautista at the plate. Nobody out, first and third. The tying run at first, the go-ahead run at the plate now. They're going to play with the infield back. They will take a double play from Bautista to get 2 outs here. So Britton flirting dangerously. 1-8 against the lefty, and there it is. That'll be a grounder back to Britton. He's going to throw to, that'll be the second baseman Scope first. That'll be a 1-4-3 double play. The run comes in 4-3, but 2 outs now, and the base is cleared on the ground ball to pitcher A. And now it's Russell Martin with the last gasp. Do we want to go smoke? I mean, Smoke barely has any other deal there. It's going to be Martin. We got to go with him. Maybe we'll use Smoke if Goins comes up. So 2 outs, but nobody on now, and they are 1 run back. 4-3. Here we go. Russell Martin. A 1-3, a 1-11 makes it a real, or a 1-9 would make this interesting. So we're going to roll him in here, and it is a 4-10. Ground ball to shortstop. It's going to be up with it as Hardy. He throws to first. He makes up for his error, and that is your ball game. 2 across, but only 2. Not enough. 4-3 is your final here from Camden Yards. The Orioles get game 1, and they stave off a hard charge from the pesky Blue Jays. So Blue Jays, that's loss 23. The Orioles, that's win 28. Let's take a look at the updated standings now. Baltimore within a half a game of the Blue Jays for third. I think they would much rather play the Padres than the Mets. Also moves the Marlins a game back. If the Marlins were to lose, it would put them in a very tough situation. So they would have to start hoping that the Orioles lost a couple in the closing stages. Almost an RJL special. Well, yeah, not this time. The 17 was a heck of a roll, and sometimes life just oh boy, look at that. That is horrible. That is the worst thing I've ever seen in the world, man. That's a little better. Not much. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll tell you. See, it's funny. I was posting some write-ups on the Facebook group, and I'm telling you, the dice just got really psycho here in the last week or 2 of this project. It's like, and I mean, I'm glad that you got to see some of it, because I don't like feeling like I'm gonna have people saying, "Boy, he's setting dice," or I don't know. It's that was fun. Those kind of games are fun when you start getting right at the edge. It's not fun probably for the fan of a team who is having their. I mean, this isn't really that. This is just a project. Always get a little. I get a little invested in things. I probably don't get as invested emotionally as I used to. And I mean, I'll give RJL plenty of credit. He is definitely a guy who sinks his emotions into the games he's playing, and it is. But that Phillies project I did, I think that kind of like. That was sort of the that was the point where it just got a little too real for me, and I do like to have some emotion. It doesn't always end up coming out, but I get a little close to this camera because the zoom is a little unzoomed. See if I can find a little better setting here. Oh, that's a little better for tonight. All right, so anyway, 257 out of the way. Brandon Baker, baseball demos, with a late, but better late than never shout out. And having Tribe fan around is always a great thing. Bad Fish, hang in there. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do just. I like a little bit of both. I like the live stream, but I also just like being able to record it, and if I have to take a break, I can take a break. Just piece it together and stuff. But anyway, Larry Harris. Some of these guys have been with us from the earliest days of Tenacious Strat, and sometimes I think about going back and just doing a game or two on that channel just for old time's sake, because I don't know, might get some people looking back there at some of the old stuff that I had done previously, you know, the first project and stuff. But and let's see, we did have RJL in here earlier on. I don't think he's still around, but I'm sure he's out making the rounds. There was somebody, at least one other person out during it, and I'm gonna try and start putting some channel proprietors' names in my descriptions, because I really just gotta find ways to, you know, give some credit out, because, you know, there's the fact of the matter is, you know, when we live stream, it is pretty awesome to have someone there, or many of you sitting there with us, and to hear to watch some of the feedback and hear some of the ups and downs and stuff. And there's only so much of us, of the time that's available out there. So, you know, it just would be. I've got to find a way to. I mean, I don't know. Just want to make sure that doing my part towards helping you know, each other out here. So, Jerry Ball, I mentioned you earlier, man. You know, I think you probably would have thought that I took a Strata out too early in this game. I don't want to spoil the game for you if you can go back and watch it later. You know, but, you know, he probably was at 105, 110 pitches, and that's probably just like, you know, a quick warm-up session for most of your pitchers when you run a project, dude. But I've always loved the way that you love keeping them starting pitchers going. You like to make sure that they get their workout. Your new Chromebook, neat. Yeah, I would think for like, if you like watching YouTube and stuff, that's probably all you really need is a Chromebook. You know, you just, if it's got enough memory to run it and everything, then, you know, I mean, I guess you probably want to be able to run, I don't know. I assume there shouldn't be any problem running like Strat PC on it or anything like that if you want to do that, but I'm not sure if you've ever really been a guy who's, you know, used that for your stats or anything. Loves 9 innings. Yeah. So, but yeah, the no DH. You know, I saw somebody put a story out. I think it's a guy who just does some blogging. lamenting about how they haven't re-upped the DH for the NL yet, and I'm like, I mean, for my project, I was saying this the other day in a video, you know, it would help me to not, like, if I want to do a project like this again, having harmony between the two leagues helps, but I'd love it to be harmony in the way that there's never a DH as opposed to all DH, you know, it's like, because, you know, I think that is a possibility for strategy. If you've got a pitcher who can hit, that puts you in an advantage. So, just seems like the way it should be. But there you go, Jerry. So if you don't need Strat PC, then the old Chromebook. So yeah, my son has one, and he wanted me to kind of like start a different. So we bought him one, and he uses it for school. And we have him logged in on his school account. So basically, that account on the computer makes it think it's a school account. It won't allow him to put any fun stuff. So he wants me to create another account. Thing is, the Chromebooks tend to not have quite as much oomph behind them. I'm afraid he's just going to junk it up with a bunch of video games and stuff on this other account, and then when he goes to use it for his Zooms or whatever the heck they use, that it's not going to function quite as well. So I'm holding back. Now, I do use Strat PC for my stats. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for my next project as far as like stats, because it's going to be History Maker Baseball, and it's going to be, I believe, the 2019 card set. I already have teams picked at random. I think my plan is to pick one team at random and play them. Quick result the other games, and just try to manage them and see how they manage out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Try and take a 270 project and make it 54. I think that'll be a little bit easier on my conscience. I have a lot of things that I like to do on the channel here and in my own gaming room here, and it's like having this 270 game project, it's just taken me a long time. So I'm trying to kind of like, you know, get out the elbow grease, you know, make a lot out of it. I've got it down to 257. I've got, 13 games left. I'm just going to keep plugging away at it until I'm done. I'm not getting anything out until I get that done. But I think that's my solution, to try and just make sure that I'm a little more at ease. Maybe I'll do a 270 project someday down the road when I've kind of like done what I'm going to do, and I just want to do something kind of, and maybe I'll have at that point found a way to better juggle my projects and not feel such guilt. I don't know if guilt's the word. Just anyway. Tribe fan rather do 60s and 70s replays doing all the pitching. Yeah. Anyway, I think we've about run our time down here. It's only 9:30, but you know, there's probably some other people out there looking to run a game or two. I know Al Red Sox fan sometimes gets the games going around midnight, so 11:30 midnight here on the East Coast. That's a little late for me, but sorry, I have a screen over here, and that's where the comments are, and I was like moving in a little bit, and when I move in, my face gets like super huge, and you can see my forehead and all my gray hairs. Yeah, so Tribe fan has a good point about with pitchers, and that is something, you know, the thing is with this league here, so the DH that I did in TBL 1.0, that had a pretty good effect on keeping the games kind of light in time. Like, it kept things moving. I was also playing advanced, but if you're not making, you know, batting substitutions for pitchers and possible defensive changes as far as, like double switches and things like that. That does speed the game up too. But the best thing is back in the early part of the 20th century when you had pitchers going 7, 8, 9 innings routinely, then you don't have any pitching changes really, or very few. They're really pared down a lot. So, and then even then, I think a lot of times if you did have a pitching change, it might be a guy who went a couple innings as opposed to just these, they're gone now. Loogies, the left-handed one-out guys. They're a thing of the past since you got to pitch to, three batters minimum, right? So, okay, Badfish. Yeah, I'll try and I'm gonna try and keep at it here. Again, I'm right up into the camera. We'll see. I'm more of a morning stream kind of guy, but I'll do whatever's where the ability is for me. This being basically I had the week off. I took a little vacation Tuesday and Wednesday. It's meant a lot of progress in this project. It's also meant me taking the 8 hours a day I spend at work and spending a portion of it here, a portion of it with my family, and that kind of all works itself out a little bit better. So maybe when it goes back to work hours on Monday, I'll just probably have to find a little bit better way to do things. So, yep, Tribe Fan, hang in there. Tribe Fan, check out his channel. He's got a couple games every week. He's been doing this a while. Definitely loves the cards and dice thing. I remember him doing projects back when I started. Did them offline, and just the passion he talks about them. He talks about them with a lot of passion and stuff. So I just appreciate him. So, and I appreciate all of you out there. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. We'll see you soon with some more of this. I'm gonna play some of these out offline because I just want to try and get this done. But it'll be a mix. So I will see you soon. Orioles, hang on. 4-3 is the final here at Camden Yard. The victory goes to Dylan Bundy. Lost Marco Estrada. We'll see you soon.